Okay, so just picked up Cathy, yeah, and we're just talking about life being a pharmacy technician. Okay, tell us
Yeah,
a
so
little
now
bit
it's
more.
interesting because you're not only just dealing with medication, you're dealing with health conditions. So I work
Okay,
in a primary care setting, so I work in the GPs.
okay,
So I deal with like hospital letters, discharges, medication queries, asthma reviews. So it just shows. But one thing that I do like about pharmacy technician, one thing I always say is I didn't have to go to university. I didn't have to do well in school.
Uh,
So to be a
okay,
pharmacy technician, so I basically done crap in school, worked in Tesco, ended up on the pharmacy, done training there and worked, and then just worked my way up, doing
okay.
MVQs.
So if you don't need qualifications to be the technician, to give someone advice who might want to follow the same path, I'm sure is there something that you'd need to.
Just English and maths. You just have to
Okay,
sort of be good with your English and maths,
okay,
and just being good with the public. Because you do like you do your training on site. So when you start off in the pharmacy, you do like your dispenser course.
okay.
So it's like your customer assistant, your day-to-day pharmacy work, and then you go on to another module, and then you go to technician, and then you can work your way up.
Okay.
But I always say, because I feel like kids have a lot of stress these days to go to university,
Yeah.
and I feel, well, I didn't, and I've got a good job.
Okay. Okay. So no, yeah, definitely. That's why it's good. I like to find out information like that. I picked up a guy yesterday who worked for Amazon, and he was just breaking down the job opportunities for the drivers, and he explained what you need, the requirements, the hours, the pay. So it's good. So as the channel grows, someone could see it and be like, okay, I could be interested
Well,
in
that's
that.
what I try and do. So when I worked in community pharmacy, I've worked silly hours till 11 at night, started at 7 in the morning. Now I'm 9 till 5, weekends off. I've got a life,
How
but
many days a week?
5.
Okay.
So I work full time, and I work with, I don't see face-to-face patients much, just more on the phone. But dealing with their medication queries, like if there's a shortage or something's out of stock. So it's helping to assist. It's like a pharmacist, trade time man.
Okay, so if someone was interested, let's say if they just Googled, would it be,
Well, so basically you have to start off as like a counter assistant.
so accountant assistant?
The
So,
pharmacy counter assistant.
okay, would you do that for NHS or private pharmacies, both?
Well, any really. So
Okay.
I started off in the supermarket. I started off in like a Tesco pharmacy. I used to be on the tills in Tesco. And
Okay,
then I went to customer service, and then I went to pharmacy, and then work your way. So you do your counter assistant,
okay,
your normal dispensary, and then if you want to, you can become a technician. So
okay,
you do an MVQ for that, but there's a pharmaceutical science MVQ as well. It's like a 2-year course.
okay. So that's a longer process, but you don't have to do that. You can just
You
be
can
the
just stay counter like dispensing.
dispenser, yeah.
So I did that. So I joined the primary care network, which covers a lot of surgeries. So then I got put on another course, which was 15 months.
Okay,
So that learns more about conditions, and because I also support nursing home.
as well.
There's 2 nursing homes I support.
Okay, okay. So a counter dispenser, and then you went on to the technician.
Yeah, I actually went up to a accuracy checking technician, which is above a technician.
Okay,
So you check prescriptions off and back once been clinically checked. But to do the role I do now, I've dropped down. And
okay.
It's more money.
It's okay.
So
So you've dropped down.
that's me how it's more money.
Okay.
But it's I get the NHS benefits, and so it is the NHS, even though GP practice is classed as private.
Okay, okay. And see, have you got flexibility?
I think I could do earlier shifts, but I just like 9 to 5. If I needed to, I could go in at 8 and finish at 4, or I can go in at 10, finish at 6.
Okay,
Work away around, but I like 9 to 5.
okay.
That's what I'm used to now. But another thing, working in GP practice, I can see now people complain they can't get doctor's appointments.
Yeah, seems to be a big problem.
It's a big problem, but when you're on the doctor's side, there's a lot of appointments to get given. So at 8 o'clock when you ring, there's about 40 appointments. They just don't get booked. So then people are ringing and there's no appointments for them.
So what would you advise? Is it just face?
I advise patches. most surgeries offer it. You go online.
Patches?
You can fill like a consultation online, and then the doctor gets in touch with you, or the receptionist will say, "Can you come in at this time?" Or they can sometimes do a bit of a phone call. But the most people kicking off because they can't get appointments. But you'd be surprised, most people don't turn up for them. There's a lot of people. But no, it is strange seeing it as that side to it. Because I used to be like, why have you got to ring at 8 o'clock to never get through?
Yeah.
But you do have appointments, they just go.
They go so quick. So
and
then
some of them do get wasted.
Yeah. No, it is a big problem. You get a lot of texts because a big percentage do. People don't turn up.
Don't turn up, or they're coming in for something at the pharmacies. So the thing with pharmacies now, they can offer quite a lot of services, like pharmacy first. So if you've got a sore throat, they can give you antibiotics.
Okay.
If you've got a bite, which I learnt last week, I had a bite and I got antibiotics
From?
The pharmacy.
A bite from where?
I don't know where it come from.
Okay.
I don't know, my leg just had this little bite and then it went infected.
Wow.
You can get, if you've got like a UTI, you can get antibiotics there. So you don't need to go to doctors for everything, you can go to the pharmacy.
So it's a little bit like 101, is it?
Yeah, like 111.
But you don't get prescribed anything with 101, they're just giving you the advice.
So with these, there's certain elements that they can give you. Like, and sorry, if you've got a sore ear, they can go and look at your ear.
Okay.
So it is, the pharmacy world is interesting, but I think people still think of the pharmacists, but the pharmacists, they get a lot of training to do these minor elements.
Yeah, no.
So that saves doctors' appointments up.
So it's good to be aware of it and utilise the doctor and the pharmacist. Yeah, my lad had, I think it was like anti in your throat, what's it called?
Like
Tonsillitis.
Stuff,
He had all like green stuff. But when I went to pharmacist, she told me to take a picture. She was dead helpful, the girl. I think it was private, bounce chemist. But yeah, she took all pictures, done this, done that, and she gave a lot of advice. I think she was relaying it with with her boss as well.
Yeah.
But it was good. It saved him coming down, you see.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Sometimes you can do that, and that's probably a technician. That's probably being a pharmacy technician.
Okay, she had blue one.
I'm not too sure because they're very uniform. So with technicians in community, they're sort of like the ears for the pharmacists, so they can take all the information and then go and discuss with the pharmacist, and then you can do it.
Okay.
They do a lot of blood pressure monitoring as well. Some do where you can have it for 24 hours.
Okay. No, it's dead interesting. Have you got any hobbies, passions?
My only hobby is colouring in.
Colouring in?
Colouring in.
What do you like colouring in?
I like the Cocoa books. They're like on TikTok, the viral colouring books.
Yeah,
I've got loads of them.
Yeah, I'm not out. What are they on TikTok? So what is it?
So it's like a colouring book, but instead of being more, it's like more animated, and it's more. So you don't lose concentration. Sometimes you colour in, you go, I can't be bothered.
Okay.
These are like nice big one, like pictures. I haven't done it for a while.
So that's what you do in your little spare time?
Yeah, so they're colouring in.
Okay.
Spent a fortune on pens.
That's your little
It's de-stress.
Well, that's it. Funny enough, I picked up an Irish lady, Anya, and for her it's quilting.
Oh yes.
Quilting.
I haven't got. Oh no, I just like to sit and colour in.
But we all have different ones.
That's what I mean. It just de-stress. Just sit colouring in, but then sometimes you're too tired. So I'll have a colour in or I'll read.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. We've all got different de-stressors.
Yeah, well, I try not to watch the telly, otherwise you end up watching something, and you like one more episode.
Yeah.
And
Get carried
then you're
away.
there till like 12 at night.
No, definitely. I've just got a Fire Stick there, but I spend more time flicking through. But then, like what you said, it's if you end up watching something, you can get carried away, and it just messes up your routine.
See, my mum, we've got a Fire Stick. My mum loves films. She'll watch films all the time. Mate, I'd rather watch a series.
Okay.
Because it's one of them where you can stop and then go back to it.
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. See, a question I ask a lot of my customers, yeah? Let's just say Cathy, won the lottery. Whether it's you or someone else. Most people do jobs because it pays the bills, yeah? But let's just say you won the lottery, yeah? not including looking after friends, family, because that's what everyone's going to do. They're going to travel. At some point, you'll have a void in your life. So what are you going to do? Would you still be work in the pharmacy, or have you got other ambitions or things you'd like to do?
I think I'd travel for a bit and then go back to it, because I think going to work keeps you communicating with people.
Yeah.
It keeps you, instead of just sitting in a bubble, it keeps you active. So maybe I'd get work. If you had money, I'd probably work part-time.
Okay.
Or do social. And with my good thing with my job is I can do locum work. So I can pick shifts. You can go on an agency, so I can pick when I work, the hours, stuff like that. But now I think, I'd probably set a community centre up. If I had all the money, I'd set a community centre up for the old people.
Okay, and what would you do specifically? Would it just be daily activities for the elderly?
Yeah, and it'd probably end up being more dementia patients.
Okay.
For the families who are struggling with dementia patients.
Okay, that's nice.
So they can have a day off from them. So with them, it is literally like, it's just with them, it's just keeping their minds occupied.
Okay. No, that's nice. Like you say, it's a horrible disease, isn't it?
It's horrible.
And so much stress.
I've had 3 grandparents with it. I'm on the nursing homes I work for, dementia. So I see it often, and it's not nice on the families.
No, not at all.
So for the families even for the families to join in. So it's because there's a little community centre in Trubru, and it's just for the old people, so it gets them out and about.
What's it called? The community centre in Trubru?
I'm not too sure the name of it, but it's in Buckingham.
In Buckingham.
Road.
Is it the church?
Yeah, it's the church.
Because I think I've dropped a few people off there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's good to know about these places.
It's nice because I'm trying to think of it now. I know it's on Buckingham Road. My nan used to go, and my nan wasn't well, and then when she finally started going there, she was socialising with the old ones.
Okay.
You take them on little day trips.
Okay, and it's a lot of positive feedback on it, yeah?
Yeah, she loved it. She loved it. And I still see on Facebook when they pop up on the Shrewsbury Uncovered site, they actually show you all the old people having fun.
Okay, yeah.
It's just nice, because I feel sad for the old people, because you just sit into and nothing, don't you?
Some of them do. There's another couple of girls who have picked up, and they've said the same. They'd like to do like a day centre for like the old people, because it just keeps them busy, keeps the mind going. And it's definitely, and it's the social interaction, isn't it? Because, like you say, it comes to us all.
Oh, I know. We're all getting old.
Definitely, yeah. So, yeah, it's definitely good to
I'd
find out more types of places like that, just to, create awareness for.
The Hope Centre? I don't know what it was called.
I've heard of that, isn't that? I'm sure that might be like for recovery.
That's what it is. That's
the Hope Centre, yeah.
That's through work, that one.
Yeah, yeah.
I know I've heard Hope Centre somewhere. But even for like kids as well, and just having somewhere to come. And I remember seeing a documentary on the telly years ago. They took like little toddlers into the nursing homes and watching the bond between like the old person and the young person. It was nice. It was doing
watching it with the bond.
The bond, yeah, because then the way they were like connecting with each other.
Yeah, building up a relationship.
So the young ones were bringing the youngness in the old one out. It was nice.
We've always got something to learn off the older generation as well.
I know. I always say
all that wisdom.
I always say that the angriest people are the dead now.
Yeah.
No, honestly, but like working in public sector, the attitude on some of them, and they're like dead nasty. And I used to say I hate old people. The thing, because they're older, the better. And it's like, I'm always growing up to respect my elders.
Yeah.
Which I always do.
Yeah.
But then some of them, the way they speak to you and the way they shout at, and I'm just like, who are you talking to?
That'll be us when we're older.
Oh no, honestly, it's like some of like behaviour, like the way they are, and I'm like, who are you talking to?
Yeah, no, yeah, it's, yeah.
Oh, I'm like, oh. But then I have to remember, not all people are like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Some of them are nice.
No, definitely, yeah. No, but no, thanks for going on the audio. Like I say, the audio one, it's just something. I had someone in the other day and he didn't want to show his face.
Yeah.
So sometimes people don't mind listening to something anyway. So it's just something that could equally, like, you know, grow.
No, but like, I always try, like I say, you don't have to go to university to get where you want in life.
Yeah, definitely. It's not
Or you can go, if you want, you can go into, because my friend, she went to university when she was 30 to become a nurse. So you can go to university at any stage of your life.
Yeah, definitely. I've had a 95-year-old, and it was just something they wanted to do, and they'd done it at 95. It was amazing.
But I just, the pressure you see on these young kids now, to obviously you do well in school, but I think, I'm sure after 10 odd years your GCSEs aren't valid anyway.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
No, because I'm sure when I was looking at something, and it was like after so many years your GCSEs are bleed, so
Okay.
you don't really look at it.
Yeah, I'll have to Google that.
And honestly, no, because I think it was like 15 years, and it took me a while to do my technician course, or to show what certificates they had.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, I'm sure, what's the point doing it if they're going to be void in so many years time?
Yeah, no, that's interesting. But no, yeah, brilliant. So pharmacy technician or even a counter assistant, don't need any qualifications, easy to get
Just
into.
basic maths and English.
Basic maths and English, good job, flexible, progression if you want as well. And yeah, money seems okay as well.
Money, yeah. And you can, like, because you can work in hospitals, you can work in prisons, you can work in like GP settings or in pharmacies.
Okay.
Whichever one thinks pharmacy technician in a pharmacy.
Okay.
I'm like, nope. I get around. I work in 5 surgeries, so I'm in a different one each day.
Okay.
So I get to see a variety of different people.
And I think the type of industry, it's not going anywhere, pharmacies. So I think there's always going to be opportunities for a job.
You always need us.
No.
You always need technicians to do all the legwork.
No, yeah.
To do the work that the pharmacists don't want to do. Well, no, it keeps them free to be able to then check prescriptions, serve the patients while we do everything else.
Okay.
But it is fun, the queries that we have.
Yeah, no.
Some of the stories I could tell you, I think I'm making half them up. Honestly, over the 10
Could
years.
write a book.
Honestly, over the last 10 years, some of the stuff.
Cathy's pharmacy stories.
I know, I think my funniest one, well, I've had a few. A woman coming over to the pharmacy asking, can you freeze sausages?
Can you freeze?
Yeah, can you freeze sausages? She come to the pharmacy to ask that.
Okay.
I was like, what? No, that was when I first started that one.
She mustn't have known about Google.
I know, I don't even know if it was Google. How long's Google been out?
Yeah, a long time.
Just anywhere here.
Are you alright here?
Yeah, thank
No,
you.
thanks for that, Cathy. Want to say anything before we close it?
Nope.
Thank you.
You will.